What's up, everybody? It's Evbo. With me today is Aaron.
What's up?
And we're going to be trading off, I think.
Yeah.
If that's cool.
Well, I'll think about it.
Aaron's going to be starting off today. We're going to be playing Binding of Isaac Afterbirth, a game by Edmund McMillan. He's awesome. He always makes good games. Aaron's got freaking Platinum God.
Yeah, I'm the best there
which
is.
Which means that you've done everything.
However, we're going to start a new game.
We're going to start a new game.
Because, you know...
I can't believe you're Platinum God. You jerk.
Alright, well, I can't be anybody else except for Isaac.
Wow.
Isaac. Should I do normal?
Let's do hard, since we're both pretty good at this game.
I've never... Just so we're clear, I've never played with an Xbox controller.
Yes.
So...
Due to space constraints, we have to use a controller. Both of us have only ever used the QWERTY keyboard to play it. Computer keyboard.
But I think this is relatively,
it should be pretty simple to get into.
Yeah. Get in the groove.
It's the...
Get in the groove.
It's the buttons, right? It's A, B, X, and Y to shoot different directions?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I think... I know you pretty much... You have to use every button at some point. Like the triggers and the bumpers and everything.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, so... Those who have not heard of this game yet, which may be a lot of you watching it...
How do I use pills? I'm sorry.
Try right bumper.
Oh, well, that's
okay.
bombs.
Left bumper?
It's right bumper for pills, left bumper for bombs.
I said right bumper.
I don't think you did.
Let's... Well, I'm not... But you guys can rewind a couple seconds. I said the right thing.
Well...
Anyway.
We'll see.
So, those of you who haven't heard of this game, it's The Binding of Isaac. It's a game that uses a lot of, like, biblical and generally mythological imagery to tell a story about a kid whose mom decides to murder him a little bit.
Yeah.
She goes crazy. Tries to kill him and chases him down into the basement, which is where the game starts off. So there's a lot of different imagery being used. There's biblical imagery, and then there's just sort of, I guess, innocence might be a good way of putting it. So, like, pills and things that he kind of thinks is candy. What is this version of Dingle?
Oh, yeah. He shoots twice, gets real tired. That's about it. Oh.
Interesting.
Okay, thank you.
It's weird starting over. He broke a bunch of poops, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's also a lot of poop in this game, so...
No, I've played this game from the beginning, when first, you know, when it was just The Binding of Isaac, and they came out with Rebirth and now Afterbirth. So, you know, there's been a lot of changes from version 1.
Yeah,
so.
This is basically, this is kind of like the second and a half installment.
Yeah.
Some people would say it's the third, but it's really just an extension of the Rebirth game.
Right.
Which is not to downplay it, because it's really good.
Oh yeah, no, it's good. I encourage everybody to play it, because it's freaking awesome.
Definitely. It's a, the important thing I forgot to mention about this is that the game is different every single time that you play it. You never play it the same twice. It just doesn't happen.
Right.
Because there's so many different power-ups and items and rooms and enemies, and everything is just different each time. It's very, very cool. It's procedurally generated every time that you play the game.
Every time you pick up something, pretty much your visual of Isaac changes.
Mm-hmm. Like there, you see now he's bleeding out of his head.
Yes, sir.
Which is nice.
Yeah, it's great.
Probably feels good.
It's a great feeling.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm Isaac. Hello.
I didn't know you were coming today, Isaac. It's good to see you.
Key or...
Oh, definitely get the block.
Yay. I unlocked Lazarus.
Oh, good thing you listened to old Evbo, huh? You wouldn't have unlocked Lazarus.
Oh, man. I don't know what I would have done.
So I'm thinking we're probably going to get through a whole playthrough.
Yeah. Especially in the beginning. There's only like 5 levels or something like that. Or 5 floors.
So we might do maybe 2 parts and get a full playthrough out of it. I think it only goes down to Mom.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, 4 full levels.
Alright. Now, I personally call these things jump shirts. I don't know why. First time I saw them, I'm like, hey, a shirt.
They're little jumpy shirts.
But bloody jump shirts are the worst. Those are not very fun.
Oh, so you can see that Aaron picked up that anemic thing before, and now that he got hit, he's leaving a little trail of blood, which actually hurts the enemies. So it's just little things like that. Like, there's a lot of trade-offs. It's what people would call a roguelike, because there was this game called Rogue that was the same type of thing. It was different every time.
Never played that game.
I didn't either. It's mostly text-based, as I am to understand it. Like, there's no actual graphics. It's just a bunch of, like, letters and shapes making up the look of everything. Alright.
I did it!
Speedball. Oh, we got a devil room here.
Nice.
Now, the devil room allows you to trade off your health in exchange for goods. In this case, I think it's... Is that a page from the Necronomicon?
I'm not too sure.
I think that's a missing page, which every so often when you get hit, I believe it hurts everybody in the room.
Didn't actually mean to pick that up, but alright.
Oh.
Whatever. There are worse things, right? Now, the thing about the devil room is that if you pick up an item, in the future, you can only get devil rooms. Because there's a potential to also get god rooms.
Yes.
Which are better.
Yeah, it's based on... Oh, can I,
Of course.
Man. Yeah, the appearance of the god room and devil room are based on a stat that's called sin. And once it gets above a certain point, then the god rooms won't show up anymore. You're more likely to get devil rooms. And the amount of sin that you get from accepting a deal from the devil is very high.
Because, you know.
But what's interesting is that there's nothing to actually indicate how high some of these stats are. So you just kind of have to, you know, you just kind of learn these things as you go. Boy, how about these... Those guys just didn't want to go down.
Poopy!
These guys have, like, corn in them. That's gross. This is weird playing with a controller.
At least it's correct.
I guess that's true.
You eat corn, you know. I don't want to be too grim, but...
This feels really weird.
While playing with the controller?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different, but...
I'm gonna save myself a little bit of time. Oh, well, that was a mistake.
Yeah, this is like the worst boss.
Yeah. I wanted to save some time by just, you know, going to this boss first and then going back a little bit and see if we get more stuff.
The worst boss, actually, is the version of this guy that has no eyes to begin with. That's the worst one.
Yes, that's the other thing, is even though there's so many different bosses... Ouch. There's so many different bosses in this game, but then each of them have, like, 3 or 4 different versions of themselves, if not more. Frig. Boy, I'm really having a hard time moving.
It's alright. It's alright.
I apologize. I'm pretty good at this game.
Alright.
I promise.
Let's get that item room.
Yeah. Take a little step back here.
The music in this game is great too.
I almost froze for a second there. One other thing. Oh shoot, what was I gonna say? Oh, some of the mechanics about this I didn't mention. We've got different health units up on the top. We've got the red hearts, we've got black hearts, we've got blue hearts. The way it works is that the red hearts are like the hearts in any other game, like just a regular little heart container. As you lose your life, the red hearts empty out of those containers, and you can pick up more red hearts to fill them. The other ones, like the blue hearts and the black hearts, once you lose those hearts, they're gone. But you could always pick up more of them without needing a container to fill. So there's sort of the trade-off there. But the black hearts, once you lose those, will hurt everything in the room once they're gone. Not that you guys are going to need to remember this unless you go and play this game afterwards, which we recommend.
If you actually go back into the left room, there was a god heart?
Yes, or eternal heart, I think they're called.
Eternal heart or something weird?
Angel heart, something like that. When you pick those up, it acts the same as a blue or a... Wait, do we not have a...
Bomb? Oh, no, you gotta go.
Oh, okay. I didn't see more. Alright, I don't remember what I was going to say.
God heart.
Oh, yes. If you... they act the same as the other hearts, like the blue and black, where if you lose it, it's gone. But if you manage to hold on to it until the end of the floor, you start the next floor with an extra red heart container, which is very nice. Sort of a reward for strategy, because you can either pick it up right away and lose it, or hold on to it for a little bit and end up with more hearts later, which is great. Now I just picked up Telepathy for Dummies, which is a little reusable item, which, if I recall, gives you homing shots for the duration of the room.
Yep. I don't know how to use it with the Xbox controller. Probably one of the triggers.
I'm thinking it's left trigger, but I'm not going to do that yet until I actually need it. I don't think we're gonna need to bother with the
There's a lot of information in this game now that I'm.
Yeah.
Now that we're actually talking about it.
It's much more intuitive than you would think. Like, with us having to explain everything, this is stuff that you could figure out pretty quick. I'm also gonna pass this back to Aaron. These are the sorts of things that you would just figure out on your own. It's really not that bad. It also occurred to me that because there's so much going on in this game, it's all we're talking about. And not talking about just nonsense, which I guess some people might be interested in.
Yeah.
I'm also just like, I haven't played through Afterbirth too much, so there's a lot that's changed.
Oh yeah, there's so many different items. Like floors like this is like flooded basement or something weird. Different enemies, like these, like that. Ow. This little guy I have that shoots out of me every so often. I think it's Chubby. He's the bomb. He's, he just shoots directly, in front where you shoot. But he's super strong, which is very, very nice.
See if, since it recharges in 2 rooms, see about using that thing.
Left trigger.
Left trigger, okay.
Left trigger.
More than meets the eye.
Left trigger.
Robots in disguise.
That was pretty low.
Yeah.
Kitty! Hate these guys. I haven't even restarted this game at all. Actually, no, I have. Because after the first make of the game, Rebirth was like a new game, right?
Yes.
Like start from the beginning.
Yeah, it didn't. Nothing carried over, so you had to restart from scratch. But that was kind of nice when it happened, because it was like kind of going, I don't know, kind of reliving it. Like, it was fun doing it the first time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because you start out being bad at the game, like you just are. Like, that's just how it is. And I explicitly remember, like, kind of like we're doing right now, but I would have died probably on the 2nd floor.
Yeah.
Which is astounding, because there's so much, and like we're playing it on hard, I would die on normal in the first couple of rooms.
Ooh, drop in, baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, as you noticed, there's different kind of pickups that you can get. Some of them alter your own self, and some of them are actually little followers, and they've all got their own little things.
Great, agreed. My favorite.
Yeah. So he's great. Sometimes instead of a shop, like sometimes you're desperate to find something, so you go into the store. Occasionally, this guy Greed will show up instead. So you think that you're going to a safe place to like finally get some stuff back, and there's Greed. And whenever he hits you, you lose money.
Yeah, he's got a lot of health too, so it's a real. Why did I get hit? Okay, all right. This is like the worst room. Oh, okay.
Wow.
What am I getting hit by? Okay, it's all right. I'm on it. The zone.
Basically just halved our health.
Well,
it's all your fault, so it's fine.
Well, we'll see. We'll see about that.
Well, it did happen.
Well.